All right.
Welcome to the best video that you're watching right now with Arnold. Get wrecked. All right. We've got. Oh boy, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna play a game with bounty hunters. Build a squad for $15. Actually, something useful on Reddit. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A fun concept. I wish this was a concept in the game.
Imagine if we could play test this against each other. Wouldn't that be amazing? Why would we ever want to do that? We're going to talk about auto bans and we're going to recap what happened there. And then there's an amazing post. I think you made a video about it already, but big shout out to SWG, which is, I believe that's a Instagram guy, right? SWGoH.events.com.
He runs SWGoH.events.com. It's actually a helpful website to know when the next event's coming and all this other fun stuff.
Right.
They're actually data miners too there.
Yeah, and he pretty much spells out everything that happened in the last little bit. And then there's also a very large post right here. It's titled, "What has a wider impact than Raid?" And there's several comments that we're going to go over. And why don't we answer that question about Raid first? Let's do it. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Use the links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. Raid is an RPG game based where you can assemble a team of champions, make them stronger, and fight against 10 different bosses and players. Personal favorite character right now is the Executioner. He's got mad skills. What I like about it is that he has a chance to stun on his basic attack. On his special ability, he can remove turn meter, and he can give himself counterattack. So I've equipped him with health steal mods, and I use him to lead the charge in almost every battle. Not only that, but the graphics are absolutely stunning. And you can play this game on your PC so you don't have to use an emulator. Challenge yourself to the edge of the ongoing tournaments. Compete against the entire Raid community while fighting in the Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, Almighty Fire Knight, or the Notorious Dragon. In the new patch 1.15, you'll be able to compete in a brand new arena tournaments, earn points according to your tier, and win awesome rewards in the local and global tournaments. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you are a new player, you will get 100,000 silver and 1 free Epic Champions Jotun. All this special treasure will be waiting for you right here, but hurry, because they'll only be available for the next 30 days. All right, let's do it. Oh boy, we're having fun today. Okay, so let's just talk about fun that we could be having if we could actually play each other right now. You have $15, build the best bounty hunter team you can, and this is a 5 versus 5 team, and then you basically have the cost of your leaders over here on the left, and then you've got the cost of the squad on the right. Go! What would you pick? We kind of already picked stuff out. We didn't talk about it yet, but this is kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, so if I had to pick based off this right here, I'm going to try this. Aura Singh for $3 as the lead to try to get a fast contract off her. She has a very fast contract. The character's garbage herself, but the contract's really easy to get off. Then I would do Grief and Mando for $10 together, and that leaves me $2 left over. Greedo for hopefully a lot of attacks to get that Aura contract going, then IG-88 to fill in the last dollar, and he's got the AoE ability block. That'd be fun, and the whole goal of that is they get the contract off quickly and they get the Mando to disintegrate. That's the whole goal of that squad.
That actually probably would work, especially Greedo, right? Greedo works well, you know, with all that. So
I've gotten Aura Singh to beat Grievous with Mando because the contract gets off so quickly. You just got to take a couple turns while buffed. That's it.
Okay, so you went next level on mine, and I went OG. Just traditional. I just went traditional. Bosk in the lead, right? And then his buddy Django, because it's Django, right? You know, Bosk, Django, fine. You know, you could even probably, that's great. And then from there, Dengar, just because that guy's always there. And then we did a super boring Cad Bane and Greedo just to wrap it up. But yeah, yours.
You didn't want to put Zam in there. Zam with all the thermals would be a lot of healing and protection.
We could do that too. I maybe switch out, Zam for Bane. I don't know. I think your team would win because you're doing next level. Let's talk about Mandalorian though. How much fun? Let's talk about him right there. You know, at this game, what are you doing with that Mandalorian back there? Tell me what you do with that Mandalorian.
every day I go into my roster after I finished my 5 minutes of stuff to do in Galaxy Heroes, and I just check in on him. I spin him around a little bit. I like to look at his relic helmet, and I ask him, did you ever get that girl's number? How's the child doing? And then I leave my roster, and I'll do the same thing the next day. But other than that, not much to do with him. I've used him a little bit in 3v3 Grand Arena to take out nests with a leftover bounty hunter team. Beyond that, I haven't really been doing much with him. And it'd be cool if we had a game mode like this where we can allot some points to a characters and it creates some really fun teams, or like your sandbox PvP thing, or your inter-guild, inter-friend thing. Other than that, not much to do with Mando. But
I'm gonna blindside you with a question. All right, you ready? We both casually play Raid Shadow Legends. Is there a lot more to do there than Galaxy of Heroes? Yes or no?
There's always something to do.
There's so much to do. My God, you can play the game like a lot. A lot every day.
Yeah.
It's actually.
I look at a couple games. I watch Marvel Strike Force, Raid Shadow Legends, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. All those games, there's plenty to do on a daily basis. Some that's crucial, some that's extra.
I play Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force and Raid have 2 or 3 times stuff more to do. A lot of it's optional too. It's not like it's a chore. Yeah. It's like optional extra stuff to do where you could actually test out
every day on Twitch, but no Galaxy of Heroes on Twitch.
No, I don't. There's so much to do. It's a lot of fun. Anyhow, let's talk about the auto bans. And when I saw this, I saw this post before the videos. Like I know you put it you talked about it in a stream, Cubs put it out, and I was like, oh, there's no, they don't have an anti-cheat system. But I personally believe a lot of people got banned. And then I think that someone was doing their daily, weekly checklist or whatever. The report came up. They see people going into battle, winning in 0 seconds, and then they probably were click, ban. That's what I think happened. What do you think happened?
Yeah. So the way I interpret this post actually is that they never came out saying that they never said that no one was banned as a result of this. The one thing we got was that they don't have an auto ban, like built-in tool that just bans you automatically. They do have a system where something gets reported. I'm guessing time spent in battle, how much damage, and it kind of gives them data. And my thoughts are, since this first Grand Arena 3v3 ended on Friday, I think, in California times, I guess. Someone's at the end of their day, they're going down a spreadsheet and they see a couple people with 0 seconds, 0 damage, and they're like, that's not possible, bam, without actually looking into it until it started pulling up on Reddit, the videos and streams and comments, and then they're like, oh, crap, we didn't look into this properly.
I mean, I don't want to give them a pass for banning actual players that didn't cheat.
No, of course.
But if it was my job every day to ban 100 people or something, let's say, and you're just going through like the scenarios and you're looking through it, probably I wouldn't have thought that would have been a thing, that 3 versus team. Why would someone put that on? Yeah, why would someone put that on defense anyways? Just to mess with people? I don't know, right?
It's definitely, I bet those are the anomalies of their data, because normally in 5v5 you at least have to spend 5 seconds, even if there's a couple gear 1 characters, and put out some sort of damage. But here you don't even get a chance. It's less than a second and 0 damage. So I think it was just a mistake with their review process, and people, it seemed like, were being banned. But I don't think you're going to get banned after this, because now they know to be on the lookout for this.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to this post. And this is an amazing post by SWGoH, because we're all trying to guess what's coming on with the road ahead. At first, I was kind of like, wow, there's a lot of breadcrumbs right here of what they could be doing now. I just want to say something they said in October may not happen today. I mean, they clearly, things are last minute, things get changed, the development, they cancel things, but there's a lot of really interesting things here. I read all of this back to back, which was compiled right here about what they said, how it's a ways to build both solo and guild content more quickly. Raid and Soul Guild features outside of the table's focus are most important coming year, building dynamic, replayable content. So I got to tell you what I think this is. I think this is they're probably it has to be something that changes when everybody's roster changes, correct? Because otherwise, because PvE content expires. But if I'm taking your team compositions that you're building, let's say in Squad Arena, and continuously updating different nodes that have different properties and different traits or different rewards, different ways of winning, giving people different bonuses, but I'm constantly updating it with your data, we could have some sort of like endless zombie tower mode that's dynamic. Is that what you got for after I read all this? It's like, oh, they're going to do something of a pretty big scale like that, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, when you kind of read back into the past of these comments and the Kino comments, the guy that kind of basically runs the forums, in my opinion, you can kind of tell that, like, when you look at territory battles, it's a handcrafted event that it's got a shelf life that will expire.
It will expire.
Republic Offensive, it seems impossible, but there will be a day where it's going to be old news, just like Hoth territory battles is old news for a lot of us. And old new people are still kind of engaging with it. It's got a shelf life. But when you look at Arena, Grand Arena, those just naturally populate with rosters and teams that are kind of around your point. As you escalate, your opponents are also going to be escalating as well. And that's why Grand Arena has outlived the Sith Raid, and they're only a couple months apart. So I think, what they're working on here, I don't think vehicles is happening in this upcoming road ahead. It seems like it's down the road. They said they want to do it. I don't think it's going to be this road ahead post. It seems like whatever they're working on, it's something that will naturally grow and will always have something to do despite the game progressing and your roster progressing in the future.
Yeah, so it's definitely PvE, and it's definitely going to be dynamic, which means that it's taking players' data as it grows because, like you said, it'll expire otherwise, right? So they're probably going to be taking a look at our save squads or teams that we place in Grand Arena, something, or Arena. I don't think it'll be Arena teams because everybody uses the same Arena team, but I'm going to guess they're probably going to pull data from Grand Arena is my guess. And those will be the teams that are placed that you have to fight up against. It's the only thing I can guess. Maybe it's like an almost like an endless Grand Arena championship where it scales in a similar format to that. You can play it constantly every day, has randomly populated teams from other players or something like that, like kind of like a Grand Arena daily or some sort of system or a new game mode. But yeah, it has to. PvE content expires, so it's going to be scalable, and it sounds like they want it to be dynamic. And then they talked about how they initially had that Mythic Raid, and we had the data mines on those Mythic Raids. Talk about that.
Here. Yeah, we so this is a while ago when we shared the same studio. I remember us talking about it. It was in the data mine. It looked like an arcade or Mythic Raid was planned out because, like, the Rancor Raid, soon to be the AAT Raid, they're kind of very expired at this point. But if there was a way to, like, add a new tier of some sort, that would add a new fresh coat of paint to the whole event. It seems like that they said in their comments that is the blueprint for what they're working on. It's not just solo PvE content they're working for. They're also trying to develop the system so it's got a guild PvE content. It's also going to be something to do steadily because again, the two main things we have is territory wars, which is kind of safe, like Grand Arena is going to naturally scale, but eventually that territory is going to expire in the raids.
And I could see them doing something that almost every other game does: is this node right here gives everybody an offensive boost, or this node right here gives everybody a defense boost, or this node right here gives everybody a health boost on this node only. And so the matches won't be predictable in a way that we're used to, let's say, and it'll scale because they'll probably take our data. So it's because I have a feeling it's going to be something like that. So are you excited about this?
I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be as good as it sounds like, because the number one problem is when I look at you playing Marvel Strike Force every single day on Twitch for goodness 3, 4, 5 hours. It's like, I played Galaxy of Heroes for about 30 minutes today, and I have maybe 2 arena battles to climb later on. And other than that, I'm waiting for Grand Arena. It's like, I'm hoping something like this comes because, Mando's a cool character, but the hype is gone now because he's not on the forefront of our conversation. There's not a lot to do with him. And it's, when you're whales and people are like, why should I buy these characters if it's not going to be top 3 in arena? I think this new game mode could address that and give people something to do that's gonna live on forever.
I mean, and other than those events, the assault battles and things like that, there's not a lot of optional content to do in Galaxy of Heroes, right? I mean, there's just very little, where other games have optional game modes, or the rewards are so minuscule it doesn't matter, right? Where it's just stuff to do that doesn't exist in even assault battles, which may or not be optional depending on how you look at it, but you just go through it, right? And it's that could take 30 minutes if you get into the highest tier, right? If you get through the whole thing, but it's done when it's done. You can't replay it. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can't, if you wanted to play Galaxy of Heroes for 12 hours today, that would be impossible. Not that you would want to, but I think a lot of people in these times wouldn't mind playing this game for 3 hours a day. I'm just saying 3 hours is, I mean, if I sit down and play, a PC game or something like that, I might play for 3 hours. That is impossible to do with Galaxy of Heroes, which it kind of blows my mind if you think about it, right? Even an optional game mode, of some sort. Anyhow,
and what they really got to shoot for, maybe this will bring it up. It's hard if you don't play Marvel Strike Force, it's hard to understand this. But one thing that's great about Marvel Strike Force is that a character would be amazing in one game mode, but not another. So maybe this game mode might want to make you look at like a character. Like, let's just imagine
my new ranking system is solely based off of that. There's 6 game modes, and not every character is good in every game mode. So it's like, wow, this character is only good in 2 game modes. This one's good in 5 game modes. It's very dynamic, and characters shine in different areas, and they also shine at low star levels. You can have characters at 3 stars, and it's usable, and you don't have to max it out. You're gonna get play out of a character without even upgrading it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's another problem. It's when you get Mando at 3 stars, you're a bit more limited at the end game, whereas Marvel Strike Force at 2 stars.
You're limited at relics. You're limited at relic 7. What are you gonna do with this guy? Nothing. It just blows my mind. I'm actually pretty optimistic that this game mode is gonna remedy, but I almost feel like that they need like 3 more things like this. Not just one, but they need 2 or 3 game modes like this. I hope these developers are playing other games. Other games are really leaps and bounds ahead, it seems like, lately. So
I find that a little bit difficult based on their comments. They seem to get offended when we talk about other games and like how we say rated Marvel look a little bit better than Galaxy of Heroes.
Well, we're just talking about the graphics, but let them on the game modes. My God.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. It doesn't. For some reason, I don't feel like Capital Games is looking into other games, but that's just my assumption right there. Big assumption.
Yeah. Well, I'm still grateful that this has been one of my, in the last 5 years, I've had nothing but 80% of the time amazing times. You know what I mean? 90% of the time, just like the best fun I've had is playing this game. I just need a little bit more, my guys. All right. So guess what time it is?
Time for the giveaway.
Get wrecked. We have so much fun with our toys. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person who likes this video, you'll be getting an 8-star ice cream Baby Yoda. This is not a scam. Okay, so this is not an ice cream cone, but what if it was an ice cream cone? What if you had an ice cream cone that was like Baskin Robbins, and then they just put green like mochi ice cream on the top, and then just attached some ears and some eyes to it? Pay me the money. I want the money for this idea. Man. A Baby Yoda ice cream cone. I would go to Baskin Robbins if they were open.
I'm surprised Disney hasn't sold that at like Disney World yet or something like that, man.
At Disneyland, well, everything's closed, but you know what I mean. But a Baby Yoda ice cream cone. Doesn't it wouldn't it look good like that? I don't know. I just got that idea from this picture. They should make me in charge of everything.
You know, like when the ice cream truck that comes by, they always have the Spider-Man with like the bubblegum eyes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd love to eat Baby Yoda's ears. That'd be amazing. Just nibble on them. They're so cute.
Nibble on them, baby.
I don't know what we're talking about. Anyways, head over to Arnold's channel. We're doing a different video over there. And as always, thanks for watching.
My brothers, don't forget.
I wasn't going there, but there you go. I need some hand gestures like you guys have. I don't have the hand gestures. Maybe the thank you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe do like West Side or something.
Oh, yeah. I'm from the West Side. There we go. The West Side, white boy connection. Anyways. WC. Anyways, bye. I got derailed right there.
Oh, man.